Hey YouTubers and Green Knights, today we're going to give you a behind the scenes of Enialis in Chronicles of Frostfire. He is our resident elf and fighter, monk, archer. So, let's talk about Enialis first as far as his backstory. Enialis comes from where?
The woods.
The woods? Outside of the Sword Coast, right?
Yeah.
I think it's Everesca.
Yep.
The Kingdom of Elves?
Yeah, we're in one of the suburbs, so to speak.
And you weren't there for a long time, right? Because you're a bit of a wanderer.
Yeah, I mean, grew up, got old enough to go out and do what my dad does, which is wander the world and see new things. And I kind of did that for, 100 and some years.
And then you wandered and found this group of adventurers.
Unfortunately.
Rude.
Which I think they've taken onto you because you have a bit of a different approach to adventuring than they do, right? I think that they are more like the heroic types, right? But I think you're really unique as Enialis, as a character, in that you're not going for that heroic flair necessarily, right?
Do what needs to be done. Kind of take things as they come.
So Enialis is a bit of a guiding voice for the group, a bit of a uncle energy, and I think he's a good
Cool uncle.
Yeah, cool
Uncle Enialis.
Uncle Enialis.
Uncle Enialis.
Yeah, and Enialis has his longbow and shortbow now.
Just longbow.
Yeah, and you use the Kensai powers of Monk to make that stronger, right? How does that work? How much more?
You get some extra D4 with Kensei shots. You add that to all your range attacks with some abilities. So
Okay.
A bunch of little things you can add on, depending on what y'all want to use.
And now with Fighter and Arcane Archer, you can do something even more potent, right? You have different.
Yeah, I got piercing arrow and blasting arrow. Let's do some AoE damage here. Pretend I'm a mage.
Except you're a bow mage.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a bow mage kind of, which is interesting. So Fighter and Kensai Monk is kind of the combination, right?
Mm-hmm. Arcane Archer, Fighter.
Yeah, that's it. And so using that, I think in many battles you've, actually recently when they were up in the Dragon Area fighting, you pierced through a bunch of enemies and you've done some of those explosion shots. Really useful in combat. You used to be up front, right, in combat at first when you were first monk.
Yeah, and then I realized I don't like getting hit bad. It's not particularly comfortable, especially when the giants are hitting you with like clubs the size of your body.
Yeah, and it looks like Monk wasn't really designed to be such a front, even though they are melee focused, right?
Yeah.
With the, what's the extra melee strike? They get unarmed strike bonuses?
I can add extra melee attacks on whenever I attack the Kensei weapon, so that's another thing, but I'm also really risky.
And really squishy. I think that's the problem with Monk. So Enialis, although he was trained in Karatura in the Far East as a monk, has become more of a ranged monk, a ranged fighter monk.
I am now a ranger who's not a ranger.
And that's Enialis, I think, in a nutshell. Enialis has also an affinity with dragons, has a bunch of dragon girlfriends.
Oh.
One, thank you.
Oh, one, that's right. Yeah, just one.
And one
That's
I'm
right.
trying to raise again, but...
So that's Enialis, Nilo, of Chronicles of Frostfire. Check it out. This is our most unique character, I would say, as far as, what you do and bring to the party. Very unique. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Smack that like button!
And subscribe.